Welcome, everybody, to the What the F podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, as always, and this is a fresh thing. I have never, ever made a podcast before, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know what you guys should expect. What do podcasters do? I don't know. I watched about 3 YouTube videos before this and said, nah, man, I got it. A little bit about me. I've got some dealership background, profoundly at Audi. I was a service advisor there, parts guy. I actually sold some of their cars as well. I'm just gonna say, not my favorite thing. I am a diehard Audi fan at heart. Diehard Audi fan. Loved them since I was a kid, and I eat, sleep, dream about Audis and really Volkswagens in general. Volkswagen Auto Group, Bentley, Porsche, Audi, all that fun stuff. Live for this brand, but there's that one saying, I don't know who the hell says it, but it's like, don't ever meet your hero. And I'm like, nah, I want to meet my hero. I think my hero is the coolest thing ever. Well, I'm going to say it to y'all. Don't ever meet your hero. Mainly because you'll find every nick and flaw in it. So, what did I decide to do instead? I opened up Vaughn Raceworks. Vaughn Raceworks is my mobile tuning company, and we provide mobile tuning solutions to anybody, whether it's a standalone ECU or a factory global BGM headache of an ECU. We take care of that for you, and we get you on the road and feeling faster and enjoying your car more. So that's a little bit of my work background, I guess, per se. Now, what's one of the first things that you ever ask somebody when, I guess, you're meeting a new person? As a car guy, at least. If you know you're speaking to another car guy, what is the first thing you ask? Oh, what's your favorite car? What's your first car? My first car was a 2006 Saab 9.3 wagon. Now, this is where the wagon craze started, was this car. Something about, I don't know what it is specifically about that car. Maybe it's for dentists, maybe it's for architects, maybe it's, I don't know who it's for. There's just something about that car that is so rewarding. I can't even put my finger on it. There's just something about it that's just so much fun. I did my fair share of mods to that. Did a big turbo Garrett on it. Kind of blew that up. Big turbo Garrett. Sold that to a guy. As a 17-year-old, I was not the most transparent guy. It sucked because I just poured all this money into it on the turbo, and me kind of being a dumbass at the time, I didn't really know you could sell parts of a car. I didn't know part outs were really a thing. So I sold the car for, I think it was like $1,500 in 2018. And dude, some guy was angry when he figured out what happened. I mean, I just blew it up. I told him I blew it up, but he was under the impression of something otherwise. So, you know what? We live and we learn, I guess. So, but I've had Saabs, hell, probably my whole adult life. The first one, I've had 4 now. My second one was a red 9.3 sedan. That I got that shortly after I got rid of the wagon, and that was mainly just because once you have a Saab, you can't not have a Saab. Now, I don't have a Saab now, and that's for a good reason. I told myself I will not have another one because they turn into money pits if you're not careful, and I was not careful. So I vowed to myself I won't own another Saab until until something. I don't know what that something is, but it'll be something. So that was my second Saab. Third Saab was another black wagon, except it was a Turbo X this time. That's like the holy grail to us Saab guys. It's all-wheel drive, turbo V6. Mine was a manual, and it was a wagon, so it was a pretty rare spec. It was kind of clapped. I got it from auction for $400, so you know what? I can't really complain about that. How I got a Turbo X at auction for $400, beyond me. I mean, I guess after fees and all that BS that they tack on at Copart, it was like $1,100. But I mean, still a Turbo X for $1,100 sold. So did another big turbo thing on that. That thing was a dig monster. I took it off road a lot. Put some, I think there were 29-inch off-road tires on it, just some Temu specials. That I took that car up shooting a bunch. Went wheeling with it. Like did the Gambler 500 in it. So much fun. That's the other thing. If you guys ever have the capability of doing a Gambler 500, take it, because it is the most fun you can have in a car up in the PNW. I think it's only in the PNW, right? I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I was up in Washington at the time, and I did the Gambler. Lots of fun. Highly recommend it. Off of the Saab stories, I've had a couple more cars. I had a BMW, an E46. I think it was a 328i. That one was fun. It was kind of just a drift missile. It wasn't anything special. It was just a fun car. It was my first rear-wheel drive car, but it was just a fun car. It's a great platform to just go and have fun in. Second, I guess one after that is really when the Audi craze got really big for me. I had a A8, 2013 A8, and my God, that was the best car I've ever had. Supercharged, so it was the 3 liters supercharged, and I did some weird exhaust things on it. I did like augers and X pipes and just all sorts of really weird shit that you would never do on a normal car. That I just did it, and some of the stuff actually turned out really nice. It had a really unique exhaust note. It didn't sound like shit. It wasn't like a VQ with a V6 or a it didn't have the rasp of a fucking I don't know, an old EK hatch that's got a rusted out muffler. It didn't have any of that. So it was pretty nice. And then mixed with the supercharger one, oh golly, 7,600 RPM. Shoo, I missed that. Anyway, I blew the motor up in that. I think I ran too much methanol through it, and then I swapped in a Bentley W12. I think the engine code's like CGWD or something like that. Swapped in a Bentley W12, and you guys might be saying, oh, well, the A8 already came with a W12. Well, yes, but it's not the normal naturally aspirated W12 is what I swapped in. I took the harness, the front subframe, practically everything from a W12 A8, took the motor from a 2011 Continental GT, the W12 as well. That one's the twin turbo variant, the 6 liter. And I made this conglomeration of a car that should not have that engine is that car. For one, it's lighter than the Conti. For two, it took me probably 8 months to just get the ECU side of everything all hooked up and working. And it was, when it worked, it was great. I ran into some issues with like access start authorization, like the start button and all that. Getting that to play nice with the newer electronics that are in the D4s, my A8. Getting that to work nice with that was just a pain in the butt. So every once in a while it would just shut off while I was driving, and that's mainly because there was some sort of power issue going to my CAN controller module that I made. overall fun car. I think that car should come with that engine stock, like stock power levels. I had a tune on it and everything, and it, I don't know, it was fun as hell. The torque was super usable, but you would get in trouble anywhere you go. And I'm kind of in that same boat with my S8 that I'm in right now, but that's a little bit down the line here. So loved that car. I ended up hydrolocking that one as well, and that sucked. That was a terrible, terrible day. I went through a puddle up in Portland after a really bad rainstorm, and let's just say it wasn't really a puddle. It crossed over the whole road, and I was like, oh, my intakes are high enough. No, they weren't. They were not high enough, so I learned from Mother Nature on that one. But anyway, enough of those sad stories. The car that we're in right now, recording this on, it's a 2013 S8. So if you guys aren't well versed in the world of Audis, the S8 is the big brother to the A8. It's got a bunch of cooling mods, beefier transmission, better rear diff, super huge brakes, and carbon fiber interior, everything. It's the big daddy version of the A8, despite it being smaller, and it weighs more too. But that's what this car is, and I run into the same issue with this. This has 3071s and methanol injection. I can't use the power anywhere unless it's the freeway. I can't use the power. It's too fast. Am I complaining about that? No, but you'll learn here later on one of the further episodes down the line. Our co-host Dan, he has the same issues, except it's on a BMW. But anyway, back to the S8. It's just, you can't use the power. It's so fun. It's very fun. And I go to Bradenton Motorsports Park and just rip it every damn weekend just so I can have some more fun with it. But my gosh, it's only on on-ramps or stoplights is where it's really usable. Because everywhere else in damn Florida has traffic. I mean, you go into Riverview and you're waiting for 30 minutes at the Big Bend stoplight. I mean, it's a fun time. But it's got its pros and its cons. Like right now, the other reason I'm actually out here is because, I can get a massage. I'm actually getting a massage right now from the car. So, but, so kind of going into our next segment here on what everyone can expect from this podcast, and we'll have people come on and talk about like dirt track racing. I haven't seen anything on podcasts for dirt track racing, or we'll get some of the drag racing guys on here, or just some really cool things in the motorsport world I would love to cover for you guys. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, let me know in the comments or reviews down below, and I'll definitely work on getting that for y'all. So what's next with this whole podcast world that I've just entered? You know what? I would like to get into some of the EPA stuff and really kind of look into the fine details on that and educate people about that, because there's one thing I think all car guys hate sharedly across the board is the EPA. California over here giving people state refs for stock exhausts. I know this is an old thing, but I mean, back, I don't know, I think it was like in the height of COVID, there was a guy in an Elantra N just driving normally in track mode, and he got state refed, and I think his car got towed. I was like, what? On a stock car? That's straight insanity. I've been stopped before. Obviously, it's for, really crazy exhaust, like a hood exit or a fender exit. And I've been told that that's a little excessive. And you know what? I'm 100% with that. I think a fender exit or hood exit is excessive. Do I like it? Yes. Is it annoying to other people? Yes. So I get that. But like some of the lengths that these guys will go to, like the whole EPA fines thing for diesel vehicles. All right, we're gonna give you guys a fine for 2.2, like the Diesel Brothers. I think it was like $2.2 million. We're gonna give you guys a fine for $2.2 million, but we're gonna go over here and ship a bunch of deleted vehicles to the Middle East because it's a government vehicle. Who in their fucking mind? How does that even make sense? So yeah, everyone. So that's kind of a really brief introduction of sorts to this podcast. And again, apologies, we're in the car. Maybe this is something you guys like, and maybe this will be kind of a niche thing where we'll just keep it in the car because, for one, I don't have a studio inside the house. I don't have the space for it. So this was originally just going to be an audio-only podcast. Then I came out here and saw the camera, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a video podcast as well. So I don't know. It should be interesting. The car makes it nice and portable too. So if we're at the racetrack or something and somebody's like, "Oh, let me get in on an episode," but I don't got the time to go all the way to Ruskin, I got you, man. So I don't know. This is more so just a fun thing, and if it catches on, then hell, that's sweet. But really, this is just for those little guys and just to kind of pass the time by and have some fun. So if you guys enjoyed this, please feel free to rate it below. If you're on Apple Podcasts, it'll be down towards the bottom of the full album. Or if you're on Spotify Podcasts, I believe it's in the middle. I'm still learning some of this, so please bear with me on that. But I think for a first episode, this isn't bad. Just for an introduction. I don't like to talk about myself all too much. So I think I've spoken plenty about myself. If there's anything that you guys want to see specifically, please put them down in the comments. And with that, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we will catch you next time.